victim empowerment centers across the province. They started yesterday morning and will finish on Sunday. And the weekend conference for GBV is meant to prepare and empower all victims that have been housed across different centers for an independent life after. Well, let's speak about this. We're joined by Connie Ramathibela, who is the head of professional services at Ikhaya Lethemba Victim Empowerment Center, a flagship project for the Gauteng Provincial Government. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Well, talk to us about this empowerment center regarding the activity and plan to empower the GBV victims.
Okay, the Department of Community Safety, Ikhaya Lethemba, is running a skills development program this weekend to about 100 women survivors of gender-based violence. We are giving them soft skills this weekend, which is your hair, nail, and beauty. These skills are meant to make women self-reliant and to assist them to break the cycle of dependency to their partners, to be able also to start their own small businesses and participate in the economy of the province or of the country.
So if you are giving them soft skills, why specifically nails? Why can't you broaden the training program so that when people want skills, they are having choices that would not flood the market? I mean, like, I would wonder the number of people you are training to do nails, and when they get out of there, all of them wanting to do nails. I mean, are you not crowding the business and duplicating the skills?
Okay, the soft skills is not the only skill that is being provided. There's a variety. It's just that this weekend we're looking at the skills that are marketable, that are easily accessible for women. You know, we know that nail, hair, and beauty, it's something that it's easily accessible, that it can get the women into the market quickly. However, it's not only that, we're also offering them hard skills, which will be coming soon, the training. We're also offering them ICT skills because now with COVID, ICT skills are mostly wanted, you know, for your online registrations courses. But the ultimate goal for us is to get them into institutions of higher learning. The disadvantage is that not all of them have the qualification or meet the requirements of getting into those higher institutions of learning. We're trying to keep the balance, you know, to give them the soft skills, to give them the hard skills, which they will be doing in the near future in your construction, your boiler makers, and all of those skills. Currently, they are also doing the computer skills in concurrent with this one, which is this week, which is hair, nail, and beauty, because beauty business, we know that is booming. Women can go to the houses and house call and do the skill. They can go to women, like it's like a mobile, because what we are giving them, we're also giving them the startup packs as well to start their business. Just yesterday, we started with creation of wigs. They created the weaves and the wigs from the scratch so that they are able to market these services and create their own income.
You know, at the moment, there's markets and difficult trading conditions. So it is understandable, and one is not trying to take away the good thing that you are trying to do for them in skilling them and allowing them to have that opportunity to be independent. But, you know, when you offer people training, firstly, it's their desire to take up that training. And what they do after that training is, with you having done engaging the market if whether or not there's demand for what you are skilling them for. So going back to the question that I asked you earlier about duplicating and crowding the business, please get me well when I say that, because at the moment we are having the high unemployment rate and people are not working, so income levels have diminished. So taking people to go and start their own businesses so that they can market themselves to communities that do not have money, are you not really throwing them in a deep end with that exercise?
I don't think that we are throwing them in the deep end, because most of the businesses they survive in the like suburbs, in the high suburban areas, but in the communities we don't have this easily access to these businesses. So if a person is in the community, it's easy for that person to go to the business or to use the business within the community without using taxi and money and just to get it here. It's not necessarily a duplication, but it's the replication of the service that can reach or can have accessibility for many people. Because these services, whether we like it or not, the beauty business, whether you are in community or wherever, everybody wants to look beautiful. So they are the skills that will be able to be utilized by any woman in particular in the community. So it's not necessarily, we don't see it like that way, that it's a duplication. We see it as an opportunity for them to utilize within their spaces.
So let's talk about their well-being. We understand that, yes, they are being empowered at the moment, but let's look at the psycho-emotive factors. How are these victims doing? And when you look at the counseling and the support you're giving them, the families that they've been alienated from, because, I mean, you can imagine the trauma that one has gone through, and to move away from where they were staying to where they're staying now, it's a circumstantial variation that would cause one to actually live with that pain, and having to move forward and keep yourself with something busy is actually something that would lead one to actually have a split concentration. So when you observe their performance, how would you tell us, our viewers at home, regarding their coping mechanisms?
Yes, when we look at the survivors, we look at them holistically, and we make sure that each person is treated as unique as possible, because their problems are very unique. It's not a one-size-fits-all football kind of a situation. Yes, some of them have difficulty. They cope. Their coping mechanism are more longer and difficult than others. You know, it's like today you are better, and then tomorrow it's a 10 step back. That is okay, because that is how trauma works on people. You know, when you were through a traumatic situation, it can take you a lifetime to overcome it, because there will always be triggers along the way. But what we are working with them is that the coping mechanism. How do they cope? Like, this skill is part of the holistic approach within their healing process, while their emotional healing is taken care by the professional social workers and psychologists, and their physical health, because some of them come very badly beaten with bruises, some sexual offences survivors from rape, healing from their wounds. And we don't end there. We also support them through the court process. You know, when they have reported the cases, we make sure that we follow up from reporting the case until the finalization of the case, the conviction that is finalized. We support them, we go with them to court, but we make sure that we look in all the areas, and also socially, how do we reintegrate them in their communities, because we want communities to embrace the survivors and to support them. And because the reason why most of them don't have anywhere to run is because of the cycle around them, or the psychology around the domestic violence, how the perpetrators have isolated them from the beginning, from their families, from their loved one. So going back to their families and communities, it becomes a challenge at times. So we're pleading with communities to support survivors and to embrace them, and to really offer them assistance where they can.
Okay, just before you go, I mean, like as you and I are speaking, there could be somebody watching this interview and wanting to talk. And as you know, with trauma, other people would hold back and suffer in silence, but others would like to reach out. So as we are speaking to somebody who deals with a GBV, is there a way in which they can contact you, and please give us a number or something like that, so that our interview now can be beneficial to somebody, that one person who may need help?
Okay. Thank you so much. We've got several numbers, one of it being the national toll-free number of the Gender-Based Command Center, which is free, which is 0800 428 428. And then there is also Ikhaya Lethemba on 011 240 3600. And then there is also police one, which is 0800 150 150. So you should be able to get assistance through those numbers, and then you will be directed or to be referred to the nearest service provision.
All right. I managed to get two numbers from you. My apologies there. You said 0800 428 428. And then the last one is 0800 150 150. Please repeat the second one so that we can be able to wrap up.
Okay, that one is Ikhaya Lethemba One-Stop Center for Gender-Based Violence, which is 011 240 3600.
All right. Thank you so much for making time to speak to us.
Thank you so much.
All right,
for inviting us.
Yes, Connie Ramathibela there speaking to us about assistance that can be given to people who are suffering from gender-based violence. And of course, it's about an empowerment seminar that is being held over this weekend to help provide them with soft skills. So that number again is 0800 428 428, and the other one is 0800 150 150, and the one for Ikhaya Lethemba is 011 240 3600. And we're going to take a break. When we return, we look at other news that have been developing in and around the world and countrywide. Don't go away.